Hello, I'm Dr. Ron Mann, and I want to thank you for taking your time to listen to my little presentation on the love factor inventory. In this first video, I want to give you a sense of the story behind the development of the LFI, short for love factor inventory. This assessment was actually created and published many years ago and was being successfully marketed well before the internet ever came into existence. Over the years, it went out of print, and recently, given some interest in doing research and the current situation of the world, I wanted to republish it. So I have recreated it and put it on the internet at lovefactorinventory.com. Many years ago, when I was practicing as a clinical psychologist, I wanted to do some research, and I wanted to be able to explore the nature of love and develop some kind of assessment that would be useful for everyday people and for clinicians, therapists, working with people, wanting to deepen their understanding about their capacity for developing relationships. The LFI measures someone's capacity to develop and sustain long-term, intimate, personal relationships. At that time, and still, there is nothing like it that existed. So my first thought was, how do I even measure love? And I thought about my daily life as a clinical psychologist. Every day, I was speaking with people who were coming to me for help because they were unhappy and unfulfilled in their relationships. They felt like they couldn't find the love they really wanted and develop the long-term relationships. Whether it was marriage or not, they just were having problems in their relationships. So I thought about, what do I do on a daily basis as a psychologist? Because I have to make assessments. What is the capacity for these people to actually get what they want? So I thought about what I did, and I came up with some dimensions that I later developed into the actual instrument. Here are the dimensions or scales for the love factor inventory. Compassion, friendship, intimacy, a masculine-feminine dimension, primitive self dimension, psychological adjustment, romantic love, self-respect, sensitivity, spirituality, and trust. So I thought these are the things that I look at every day and try to get a deeper understanding about how my clients are doing in these areas. These are the dimensions that I would explore every day to try to understand if my clients were capable of developing the relationships they wanted. It was my experience that almost everyone was looking to have better relationships. They wanted to feel loved, they wanted to have families, and they wanted to feel supported in their life. The deeper question becomes, are you ready to receive the actual love that you want? Gandhi said, be the change you want to see. And I'm suggesting to you that you have to become the type of loving person that you want to have enter into your life. If you don't have the capacity to deeply connect with another human being. Even if the most perfect person came into your life, somehow you would sabotage it, turn away, not be available, or as they got to know you, it would basically think, well, nice person, but really not ready to have a relationship. So the dimensions on this inventory are designed to help you gain greater understanding about your own development, your own capacity to be open to and sustain long-term relationships. So when the right person does show up in your life, you will be able to be the right person for them as well. I think the current social conditions in the world today make this instrument and this assessment program even more important than they were many years ago. People are in conflict, they're polarized, they have trouble talking to each other. There's so much conflict, so much anger that everyday relationships make it more and more difficult. We're still in the COVID situation. So you really have a great opportunity here to prepare yourself, to learn about yourself, to make some changes so when the world fully returns to normal and it's much easier to socialize without putting yourself in harm's way, you will be ready to be the most loving, compassionate, kind, sensitive individual that you can be. So you can create the kind of loving relationships and family that you long for. So there are some more videos in this series, and I encourage you to take a look at them. I'm going to do one specifically on love and talk about more of, well, what does it mean and how do we really measure that? Since this program includes a spirituality scale, which makes it rather unique, I want to have a short video just on the concept, the ideas behind our thinking here about spirituality. I think it's an important scale, and I do make a difference between religion and spirituality, and I want you to understand how the psychology and the spirituality of your being all fit together. And I also plan to do a video on how you can best learn and grow from the results that you obtain from the Love Factor inventory. If you do have other things you'd like me to talk about, please let me know and we can make some more videos. Once again, thanks so much, and you can find everything at www.lovefactorinventory.com. God bless you and be safe.